What is going on, guys? Zuggy Fishing here, back to you with another video. Hope y'all are so well. Hope you guys are enjoying life, living life to the fullest, being positive, confident, optimistic, loving everything. Y'all, I hope y'all are so well, doing what you love and just enjoying it. Well, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Zuggy Fishing. We do everything fishing outdoors on this channel, and we always have positive vibes, positivity only. That's what we love on this channel. So if you guys like outdoors fishing and positivity, make sure you guys hit that red subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and a comment. Welcome to the Zuggy Fishing Nation. If you are new, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Zuggy Fishing. Today, y'all, we have a very special video for y'all. I just got something in the mail that I ordered not too long ago. It actually came here kind of quickly, so I'm decided to make a video on it today. This is something called the Northern Dangle Money Bag. So basically, it's a big money bag of GOOGAN baits that are suitable for northern anglers. I'm from New Jersey, so it's pretty suitable for me that I chose the Northern Money Bag. I may also get the Southern Money Bag as well, just to make a comparison. We're gonna go through and take a look at the Northern Dangle Money Bag. This is the big old GOOGAN Baits Northern Dangle Money Bag. As I said before, y'all, a ton of baits that are suitable for northern anglers in this big old money bag. Take a look at the baits today and see what's inside the Northern Money Bag. We have a solid lineup of baits inside this bag. I'm gonna take them out in a random order and show you guys these baits from the Northern Dangle Bag. So to start off, we have our money bag. The money bag is basically what the baits come inside. The money bag really serves two purposes in this sense. One, you can store tackle in it. That's mainly what I do with it. It's a really awesome, durable bag. This thing does not break. It's a very durable tackle storage component. I mainly keep all of my soft plastics inside this bag. This is mainly a bait component storage type deal. So we're gonna open up the money bag and we're gonna go through some baits. First bait I see in the Northern Dangle Money Bag is something I call the Slim Shake. Slim Shake is a giant finesse worm. This is the 8-inch Slim Shake. I believe we have a 6 1/4-inch Slim Shake in here as well. However, this is the 8-inch presentation. This is in the watermelon red color, as I mentioned before. It's a really big trick worm. That's basically the main imitation of the Slim Shake. We're gonna take one out of the package and take a look. But this is the big old Slim Shake right here, a big old presentation. Next bait, besides the beautiful Slim Shake, we have in our GOOGAN Squad Northern Dangle Kit, something I like to call the Lunker Log. Lunker Log this is the 6-inch Lunker Log, a big old stick bait. Lunker Log is actually one of my favorite stick baits out there. It is highly versatile, one for the amount of salt content they put in it. It gives it a very, very nice weight to it. So it's not that light of a presentation, has tons of salt and attractant in it. The slunch sauce of the Lunker Log drives the fish crazy. Absolutely love the Lunker Log. I think it's a very versatile worm and highly underrated. I think a lot of people should be fishing the Lunker Log mainly because of its salt content, its distribution of weight. This is the 6-inch GOOGAN Baits Lunker Log right here. Excellent wacky action. You guys can fish this thing wacky or Texas rig, both highly effective. The differing sizes of the worms, whether it be 5-inch or 6-inch, mainly depends on the body of water. All what the fish prefer. I mainly don't fish 6-inch Lunker Logs that often. I mainly go with the 5-inch. It's just because waters I fish, the fish don't usually go after big worms. They usually want a very slim presentation, and the 5-inch gets that done effectively. Never really had to go get the 6 inches. However, I always experiment. You know, if the 5-inch isn't working, maybe go to a bigger presentation. If the 6-inch isn't working, go to a 5-inch. And that's how you can determine what bait to throw. I just want to be fishing these Lunker Log deep water. You guys can fish them shallow, up against banks, flip structure with them. Pretty much anything. It's a very versatile thing, and the same ideals with the Slim Shake compared to the Lunker Log. GOOGAN Bait Lunker Log, an excellent and juice-filled bait. A funny story, actually. I was fishing a pond that I actually go to a lot in my videos, and I fished that pond a lot. I mainly used Yum Dingers and Gary Yamamoto's in that pond, and I have not been catching any big fish. And the day the Lunker Logs came out, I went to that pond, and I caught a 5-pounder the first cast. Could be luck. Could just be the Lunker Log, I don't know, but the Lunker Log catches some good fish. Next bait in our Northern Dangle Money Bag, we got the Trench Hog. The Trench Hog is basically a giant creature bait. There are different sizes to the Trench Hogs. This is the 6-inch Trench Hog right here in the Bama bug color. You have a very wide variety of colors that you could choose from to match the hatch. This is the GOOGAN Baits Trench Hog right here. You guys have seen me use this in a few videos last fall, if I recall correctly. This is the Bama Bug color, one of my favorite trench hog colors. It's basically a giant creature imitation. This could imitate a lizard, this could imitate a craw. Basically any creature in your ponds or bodies of water, that is what the trench hog imitates. You got these big old claws that you could detach from the bait that creates so much more action. And just from feeling this bait, you got all of that salt, which was really a key factor to GOOGAN baits in general, the big salt content and the slaunch sauce formula. GOOGAN bait trench hog is a really awesome bait. Basically, I would Texas rig this thing on either a 3 or a 4-aught EWG worm hook, cast this thing out, basically just drag your rod tip and let this thing cruise along the bottom. Have these little legs and craws flare out. Another great thing about the trench hog, what you could do is use it as a trailer. I would totally cut this trench hog down, maybe about halfway, right where my finger is, and I would use it on a jig, a spinnerbait, a chatterbait, a finesse jig, anything like that, any flipping bait. Because of these big legs on the end, they create such an abrasive action. Texas rig this thing and pitch it in brush. You want it to get down there, deflect off that structure, throw it in your structure, drag it along the banks, in grass, in different tree structures. It's a very versatile bait. Fish along weed edges, very versatile. Any kind of things that apply to a craw totally apply to the trench hog. Trench hog is a very versatile bait. I highly recommend it. If you guys watch my videos from last fall, actually I went to this little Amazon pond. You guys could search for that on my channel, Amazon pond, and I used the trench hog and it was a killer out there. Basically pitched it right in a big mat, and there were fish stacked underneath this mat. Texas rig allowed it to be weedless and really effective. Next bait we have from our GOOGAN Squad money kit, something I like to call the Mondo worm. Mondo worm is a giant worm imitation. This is a 10-inch presentation. I actually caught my personal best bass in Florida on a Mondo worm style bait. It wasn't exactly the Mondo worm, however, it was the same type. So I love fishing big worms. They catch giant fish. You guys know Jake Keenum. He's a really excellent YouTuber down in Oklahoma. I'll leave his channel linked down below if I may forget to do that. So just search Jacob Keenum on YouTube and you'll see his channel. Go watch his videos. He's a really good angler and he knows what he's doing with the big worm. Use the Mondo worm a lot. And this, what color is this? This is the green pumpkin color. So basically you detach this and it's a big 10-inch worm presentation. We're gonna attach it like that. Boom, look at that thing. That thing is giant. Texas rig this thing on, I'd recommend a 3-aught Texas rig hook. And there's a few ways you could fish this. You could either cast it out and slow retrieve this bait, and this bait kind of goes in the horizontal motion, and this big old ribbon tail / curly tail on this thing, it goes crazy. It creates kind of a ribbon action in the water and a really attractive stuff. You guys can bounce it off the bottom. Let the rod tip sink, lift your rod tip up. Same abrasive action, however, it's more of a finessey presentation when you let it bounce off the bottom. Mondo worm is an awesome bait, especially in the green pumpkin color. For the Mondo worm, I'd roll it up against banks, roll it along grass edges, along weed edges. It's a very versatile bait, whether you slow roll it or fish it off the bottom. Kind of things like a lunker log would apply to. The same thing with the Mondo worm. I'm trying to connect these baits, to try to allow you guys to understand how to fish them and how to relate it to other things. Kind of like a good skill in general, like try to remember things based on other things you do. I think that's like a really good tip. Mondo worm's kind of similar to a lunker log in the way you fish it. You guys want to fish it along banks, flip brush with it, Texas rig it, even rip it through weeds as well. Next bait we have in our GOOGAN Squad money kit, something I like to call this Slim Shake worm. Now we did go over the Slim Shake before. One I went over before was 8 inches and this is 6.5 inches. Next bait we had in our GOOGAN Squad Northern Dangle kit. Here we go. We'll do a little, okay, we got something called the Saucy Swimmer. Saucy Swimmer is a 3.8-inch paddle tail swim bait. Saucy Swimmer is a paddle tail swim bait, great either Texas rigged or on a trailer. This is an interesting color of the GOOGAN baits Saucy Swimmer. Kind of got that blue bottom and then you got that kind of green pumpkin with red flake on top. Very versatile color. For lighter baits and darker baits at the same time, that's why it's so versatile. Bait's great on the back of jigs, spinnerbaits, chatterbaits because of this paddle tail. This thing goes absolutely crazy in the water, swimming back and forth just like a bait fish. Whether you swim it or bounce it off the bottom, this tail goes absolutely nuts. Whether you're swimming it like this, it goes like that, or on the bottom, it kind of bounces like that, and just that tail has so much good action. Next bait we have in our GOOGAN Baits money bag, something called the Kraken Craw. These are the Kraken Craw minis right here, ladies and gents. GOOGAN Baits actually came out with kind of like a whole new line of junior GOOGAN Baits. So they had their originals, and then they all had juniors. So these are the Kraken Craw minis in the Bama bug color. You have 10 different Kraken Craws in this pack. So this is the perfect trailer imitation. I would not use this Texas rig. I feel like it's too small. However, you could pull it off with a 2/0 Texas rig hook. You could totally do that. However, I would totally use this thing as a trailer. Very effective on a spinnerbait, chatterbait jig. If y'all want a Texas rig craws, especially this one, I would use a 2/0 EWG worm hook and bounce along the bottom. You can either lift your rod tip, and these crawdad arms right here, they'll go flailing like an injured crawfish in the water. Very vulnerable. The next bait we have in our big old Northern Dangle kit, something I like to call the drag and drop. Northerners drop shot a lot. This is why they put it in the Northern Dangle kit, mainly because when the colder water temps, that's mainly when people drop shot. Drop shotting is, there's this technique, I can do a video on that in another video, but basically there's this weight and then the hook on the end, and you drop it down. You literally vertical drop the drop shot, and you basically jig it. You don't have to always vertical it, but most people do. You could cast it out and jig it at the same time, but basically it's a weight on the bottom. Worm sits a good distance away from the weight and kind of dangles and looks very vulnerable in the water, like a very easy meal for a bass. This is the 5-inch drag and drop right here. So basically you just want to take a circle hook when you drag and drop and stick the head of this bait through the hook, and it creates a beautiful and finesse motion. This is a finesse type fishing bait. It's like that. So you have that skinnier body and a bigger head on top. So you put that circle hook through the top, and when you jig it, you want to jig it when you drop shot, you jig it, and then this bait absolutely goes crazy, looking like a little worm, a little bait fish in the water. The reason people drop shot in the north is because it's a finesse bait. It's an easy meal for bass that they could drop to the bottom when they're super lazy in the cold and overall attack. Next bait we have in our GOOGAN Squad Northern Dangle kit, some I like to call the Bandito bug. Bandito bug is very similar to a Kraken Craw in terms of creature imitation or a trench hog. I totally use it for a trailer. You can totally Texas rig these things. These are the mini Bandito bugs. So we have 9 in this pack, and this is in the June bug color, which is pretty much my favorite GOOGAN bait color. Bandito bug, great for a trailer, especially if you guys cut off these side arms right here and just leave these two. Phenomenal trailer. Griffin Fishing does that. I know that. He's one of my great friends. If you don't know who it is, subscribe to his YouTube channel, Griffin Fishing. He does that tactic. Uses it on jigs, chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, anything like that. Swim jigs even, flipping jigs. And you can also Texas rig this thing. On the mini one, I wouldn't recommend Texas rigging, but the bigger Bandito bug on a 3 to 4/0 Texas rig EWG worm hook, I totally recommend doing that. Very effective, bouncing off the bottom, flipping it around brush. Even if you want to punch it down in mats, totally do that. Last things we have in our GOOGAN Baits Northern Dangle kit, we just got some old 2/0 hammer hooks right here. Great for any of these baits, to be honest. And a GOOGAN Squad boat decal right here. Pretty sick stuff. There aren't the official last things. I just wanted to say we had some more stuff that we actually talked about, however, just in different sizes. We have the 4.65-inch trench hogs right here. And this is in the Okeechobee Craw color. We went over the trench hog before, awesome stuff. We also have the Mondo worm right here in a 7-inch presentation. This is a more ideal size for what I'd be using, and this is in that plum color. Over here we have some 5-inch lunker logs. Very versatile bait. It's what I love to use. It's in the black with the blue flake color. I love the 5-inch lunker logs. Over here we have some 4-inch lunker logs. Excellent stuff. Really slim presentation, what I love. Y'all, the GOOGAN Squad Northern Dangle money bag right here. A pretty sick thing. Got tons and tons of variety of baits in here in different sizes and colors, which is what I love. If you guys are northern anglers, I'd recommend picking this thing up. And if you buy all the baits separately, it's a way cheaper price if you just buy the money bag. Great stuff from the Northern money bag. I appreciate y'all watching today's video. If you're new, I'm Zuggy Fishing. Welcome. If you like positivity, fishing, outdoor stuff, make sure y'all hit that red subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and a comment. Appreciate y'all watching the Northern Dangle money bag today. I thought it was pretty sick overall. I love GOOGAN baits. I love using them. They're pretty sick stuff. If I didn't like something, I'd totally tell you, but the GOOGAN bait Northern money bag, pretty sick. Be positive, just fish.